Good day, everyone. My name is Jill, and I'm with Astro Press. Today, I'm going to talk about the missing teenager out of Truckee, California's Astrology. Her name is Kiely Rodni, and many of you have probably been following her case. She went to a party in Truckee, California on August 5th, 2022, and never made it home on August 6th, 2022. And I have been drawn to this case for, I think, a couple of reasons. Number one, she's from California. I, too, am from California. Number two, she's from Truckee. I have extended family in Truckee. I have been to Truckee a couple of times. My whole family, we used to go up to Lake Tahoe and ski. And so I know the area. And number three, because I too went missing at my first high school party ever that I went to, where I went to school. So I was missing for about, I showed up the next morning. So I was missing probably for 6 or 7 hours. But I made it home, thank God, but it's not always the case. And I think that we, the collective, including law enforcement and everybody else, we need to do a better job on educating and training females on how to be safe at these parties. And I think there's a lot of things that we can do differently so we can hopefully avoid these kinds of scenarios in the near future. But that's for a whole nother discussion. My purpose in looking at this is to maybe better understand the energy and maybe be of help to somebody out there. And so I have done some missing persons cases before. It's been quite a few years since I've really wanted to even look at a missing persons case, to be honest. But this was one that I kind of was thinking I wanted to look at. So anyway, I'm going to look at the astrology of Kiely Rodni. I don't have her time of birth, so I can't get a rising sign or house placements, but I do know her birthday is September 1st. Now, they are saying at the time she went missing, she was 16. So if she was 16 in August, that says on September 1st, she will be 17, which then says she was born in 2005. If that is the case, then this is the information that I have about her. And please bear with me because I'm looking at quite a few different charts to discuss this with you all. And so the first information, or the first slide I want to show is the September 1st, 2005 birthday. Again, there's no time of birth, so we can't go by rising sign or house placements. So Kiely, was born with her sun in the sign of Virgo. She was born with the moon in Leo. She was born with Mars in Taurus at 17 degrees. And I want you to remember her Mars in Taurus at 17 degrees. Because at the time of the party, she was having a Mars return. And I'd like you to pay attention also to her north node, her true node, her north node in Aries, because that reports to Mars. Okay? So, she was born with the moon in Leo, and so this was a lady who probably liked to have fun, liked romance, liked love, liked to party, maybe liked a little bit of attention here and there. And on the day of the party, the sun was in Leo. So, of course, she was in the mood to go to the party, right? At, what was it? At approximately, I guess someone said, according to, or allegedly, according to the news outlets, she arrived at the party in Truckee, this high school party in Truckee at 9:45 p.m. Now, Kiely was 16 years old. She was at a party with a lot of 18-year-olds. Now, remember, Kiely went to, I think she went to a charter school somewhere else, or she went to a different high school, different than most of these people at the party, okay? Now, I want to say to everybody listening, do your own research, okay? This is what I am seeing and what I'm reading from the astrology, but you need to do your own research so you can form your own conclusions. So when she arrived at the party on August 5th at 9:45 in the evening, that chart is very telling, because the angles tell me what the strongest energy was at play, and she had that Neptune was in Pisces conjuncting the ascendant. That means Neptune is right on top of you. Uber strong Neptunian energy in Pisces. Neptune is the modern day ruler of Pisces. So Pisces is all about self-sacrifice. It rules secrets. It rules healing. It rules psychicness. It rules behind the scenes energy. It rules spirituality. It rules drinking and drugs. And it can rule porn. And it can rule a lot of those rose-colored glasses kind of activities that go on. Music and dance and going with the flow and, I'm just in my own world, I'm in my own bubble, and I'm just kind of, having a fun time. And the sun was in Leo, in the house of Leo. So it was a time where everybody was in the mood to have fun and party, right? Now, there's a very cryptic, secretive, intense, sexual, mysterious, violent Scorpio moon at play during this time at 9:45 p.m. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, who is the Lord of the underworld. The Lord of the underworld. This is very much about, or could be very much about violence, death and dying, drugs, transformation, secrets, obsessiveness, jealousy, love triangles, sexual expression, intense emotions, jealousy, fear, fearlessness, lots of emotions, lots of intense emotions. And the creepy thing is that it falls in its own house. Creepy and cryptic. The moon. The feelings of that night, the emotions of that night at 9:45 when she arrived at the party. Now, Mars is at 21 degrees of Taurus, conjuncting Uranus and the North Node, all in Taurus, opposing that Scorpio moon. Okay? So there's an opposition energy at play at the time that she arrives, and that opposition goes on most of the night. And so this was on August 5th, 2022. So the energy is very much about, hey, I'm just going to get drunk, or maybe I'm going to do some drugs, I'm going to just space out, go in the zone, and I'm going to listen to music, and, maybe I'll engage in some violent or mysterious or drug-filled kind of behavior, or there's this intensity there, and there's this oppositional energy going on, and unexpected oppositional energy at play, along with the fact that everybody's in the mood to party. Okay? So that is the energy at the time that she arrives. Now, when the next slide is when she called or texted her mother at 11:30 p.m. So you can see now the chart has kind of changed a little bit. It's no longer a Neptune ascendant party. It's now a Taurus rising party. And that Mars and the Uranus and the North Node that were opposing the Scorpio moon are now still opposing each other, but it's on top of you. It's in the 1st and 7th houses. The Scorpio moon is in the 7th houses of relationships and commitments, and the North Node, Uranus, and Mars are in the 1st house of self. So there's this oppositional energy at play still at 11:30 when she calls her mom, but she's still being seen on some level because Mars and Uranus and Neptune are in the 1st house. I don't like that Pluto is conjuncting her midheaven, and that she's got Venus is conjuncting her IC. So the Pluto midheaven says, I'm heading towards Pluto. I'm heading towards scorpionic behaviors, otherwise known as that Scorpio moon, because Pluto reports to Scorpio. And in this particular chart, the moon is in Scorpio. So at 11:30, she tells her mom, hey, I'm not coming home. And you can see Venus is conjunct the IC. So she probably said, I love you, Mom, or the mom said, I love you, and whatever there was, because you can see there was love at the home at that time at 11:30. Okay? And so this chart, I want you to pay attention to what is in that 1st house, that Mars, that Uranus, and that North Node, because by the time the Sheriff's Department determines when her last ping was, you will be able to see a little bit more in this slide. So, the Sheriff's Department said the last ping from, I guess, her phone was at 12:30 in the morning. Now we're into August 6th. The previous 2 slides were August 5th. But this is a very telling chart for many reasons. First of all, do you see where the Mars, the Uranus, and the North Node have now moved to? They're basically, it's the conjuncting the ascendant, but they're in the hidden house of Pisces now. They're hidden. This energy is now hidden. It's not going to be seen now. Shh. And that Mars in Taurus on the ascendant is opposing that Scorpio moon in the descendant angle of the public and relationships. At the time of the last ping at 12:30, there was an opposition at play between Mars and Pluto. Mars is the god of war. Pluto is the lord of the underworld. And there was an opposition at the time of her last ping going on. And that Mars and that Uranus and that North Node are now hidden. Not in the first house anymore. So, Mars conjuncting Uranus could mean unexpected violence, unexpected fighting, unexpected friction, unexpected sex, unexpected fire, unexpected action, unexpected accidents, right on top of you, okay? Opposing the cryptic Scorpio moon from the public or a relationship. So, something happened I think something happened from a relationship. Perhaps something went wrong with a relationship at the party. And maybe that explains a lot of things. Maybe Kiely hooked up with someone at the party and it didn't work out maybe the way she thought it was going to work out, and so on and so forth. I don't know. I'm simply looking at the chart energy, okay? There was a struggle, there was an opposition of some sort, okay? It could have been about sex, having sex or not having sex. I don't really know. But it's very strong, and I personally don't like it, okay? Because when I see planets on angles, they are very strong energies. They tell me a lot, okay? And so if you look at, remember I said to watch her Mars, she was born with Mars in Taurus, right? At 17 degrees, Mars in Taurus. Well, at her last ping, Mars was at 21 degrees. And so she was having a Mars return, globbing onto that right on top of her. And so it's just so, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you, because the astrology is very disturbing to me in regards to August 5th and August 6th at these particular times that have been reported. And the fact that at 12:30 that Mars energy and the Uranus and the North Node go into the hidden house, the house of secrets, the Pisces house, that's the Neptunian house, is disturbing, right? And the fact that nobody is coming forward at the party to discuss what happened at the party is very scorpionic and very much Neptunian and Pisces and 12th house. Shh. We can't say anything. It's true. I don't like the fact that it happened on a Scorpio moon. I don't like all that Neptunian and the energy hiding out in the 12th house. It might be like pulling teeth to get people to come forward. Now, maybe it'll change. The energy is always changing. And maybe when the energy gets a little bit more favorable, maybe we will find out a little bit more as to what has happened to her. But I don't like the energy, and I am worried I am hoping for the best. My hearts and prayers go out to the family of Kiely Rodni, and I am hoping that she will get home safely. But I do not like the astrology that I have looked at in regards to her at the party and at the time of her last ping. And so we'll just have to see how this goes. Thank you very much, and I will talk to everybody later. Bye for now.